Hey guys, welcome to episode number 2. We're going to talk about the character select screen. This is where all the major decisions in games are often chosen, and sometimes the outcome's right then and there. As a solo queuer, what do I look for? Well, I look at a lot of different things. Typically, I'm one of those guys that's going to pick at the very end. I wait until, obviously, this is when all pick is up. Typically I wait for see what their team is, see what my team is, get a rough idea of who wants to play what. The best thing you can do is always ask, hey, does anyone want mid? If I want to mid, if I see that they've selected a mid and I know like, hey, that guy's out. I see like a first pick Devo or a first pick Hag. I know that guy he was one of those players that went, I'm mid. I'm like, okay, let me verse him. I'll pick a counter and then play from there. But if I don't see any of that, I'll wait till the very last second and kind of choose something that blends with my teams. This can have some, huge upsides, but also some huge downsides, which you're about to see. I'll show you in game. So here we are at the character select screen, and I'm gonna just run you through my thought process, what goes through my head, and give you a rough idea of how I'm playing the game. So, the first thing I look for is, do we have a mid? If not, I need to handle that, figure out what their team's doing. If not, I'm just gonna shadow pick, something that I'm comfortable playing mid with. I see that we have Deadwood, so I know that's not a worry. I know Lego's Jungle, which means Bubbles is Suicide, top or bottom, or, short lane, which means I'm with Bushwhack. Now, first thing that I have to look at immediately, is, hey, is he a Smurf? If he's a Smurf, I'm going to trust him. I'm going to go, some hard support, some VJ, Glacius, Witch, Luna, and just support the crap out of him. You're going to see me ward, counter ward the entire game and just do whatever I can to help him. I'm going to kind of look at him right now, go, okay, well, we got... Typically, what I'm looking for when I look at these numbers, to give you a rough idea, is I'm looking for like 1.5 KD, and then I'm looking for about 66 to 70% win ratio. If he's not in, like, both those things aren't met, it usually means, he's this level. He's this level MMR player. That's what he plays. That's what he is. It's gonna happen. So when I see his win rates at only 54%, he's not a Smurf. He's just a 1600 player. That's all he is. I know I can't expect big things from him. I can't expect some 400 GPM at 20 minutes where he's going to take over the game, which means I need to play for myself. This is kind of a selfish way to play. I mean, this is where, I take the farm and half of you would yell at me because everyone knows the carry should get the farm. The carry should get the farm. But if I don't trust the carry to play and I don't trust the carry to win, then I'm going to take the farm and try to carry myself. This can result in losses sometimes, obviously, but in the long run, it's net win, in my opinion. That's life of a solo queuer, what can I tell you? So, I still want to have something for our team, as far as what I can provide. So, I'm going to pick a long-ranged hero here, probably a stun, just looking at our big team. My usual options here are Master of Arms, Witch, or in this case I choose to play Pyro. We are going to find out that my pre-thoughts were very, very accurate as to what comes in this game. So, turns out that this Bushwhack, it was his first time playing Bushwhack. This is confirmed when he's kind enough to tell us that, well, this hero's pretty cool. Because, guys, the hero is pretty cool. But, in all seriousness, what can we take away from that, I mean, it'll happen. It will happen. This is, at the end of the day, I was a jerk during that game, but I could have done some things better. What I ended up doing was not buying early wards and then buying a whole bunch later. What I should have done was the exact opposite. Was I need to figure out what I can get away with in that game. Like, you know, obviously in a competitive game, you buy every single ward and you use it for vision because everyone on your team is going to use that vision. Like everyone, you, you already have it predetermined in your head. Hey guys, this is our ward spots. We're going to use it when we push this lane. We're going to have a ward here so we can see it coming. Whereas in these solo queues, no one has a fucking clue. Like I can put a ward down and it won't matter. Like it's just like you know oh, call MIA and you go scroll up, It's like I did call it, you just didn't see it. It's kind of the same idea where you can put a ward down and it won't actually get any use other than everyone going, "Ooh, I guess I can't yell at him for not getting wards." So I have to figure out what I actually need. Like I can put the so I'm going to use the stuff that I'm going to use. I'm going to protect my lane, make sure I don't have ganks coming towards myself. And maybe have that ward also provide it so it sees a rune, or use it in the same way on the pull so it provides me both vision of incoming ganks and blocks the pull, or vision of incoming ganks and wards the rune. But I can't. I ended up making the mistake of buying out all the wards at the end and providing my team vision when we didn't need it, only because we never used it, we never utilized it. I mean, there's no point in warding a jungle if you're not going to initiate a team fight in that jungle or push and then back off into the jungle and then fight in there at night while the other team has lack of vision and you can kite them around. Um, that's the biggest thing I need to take away from this game. I probably spent I think I bought just under 20 wards that game. It lasted 50 minutes. It could have been half a Hellflower. I could have been a much bigger asset to my team, and that's the biggest mistake I made. At the end of the game, I think Bushwhack died. He was something like 3-8. I'll open it up real fast just to look. At the end of the game, Deadwood was 10-10. I was 5-5. Bushwhack was 4-8, and we actually ended up getting slaughtered by Cthulhu Font that went 20-1. Um, but hopefully I can take away from that game, learn a little bit, and push forward. Currently sitting at about 1622. Gonna keep on pushing, bring you guys more info, and we'll see what comes from our next set of games. See you guys.